Hello everybody. Today, once again, unfortunately, we're going to be looking at Glocks. Anyone who follows my videos knows that I'm not a particularly big fan of them, but as they are popular, I am willing to do comparisons and reviews on them. So, if you can guess what the difference between these three pistols is, you get an internet cookie, not a real one. I won't be mailing them out, sorry to disappoint anyone who got their hopes up. But the differences are Generation 3, Generation 4 and the now Generation 5 pistols. We're going to be doing a comparison, what's changed, what hasn't, what they've taken, what they've left. So we'll start with the Gen 3 to Gen 4. So really only three things. The Generation 3 has an easy access to the mag when the magazine release is pressed. If you can't drop the mag, it makes it easier to get hold of it and pull it out. The magazine release on the Generation 3 is quite small, which made it difficult to hit when you're in a rush. If we transfer over to the Generation 4, you can see that it's much larger, and also that they've got rid of the easy access to the mag. The other thing that they changed between the Generation 3 and the Generation 4 is adjustable back straps. So Generation 3s don't come with any, Generation 4s do. Nice and simple differences between the 3 and the 4. Now I'll get to the Generation 5, which has a few unique features as well as a few taken from the Generation 3 and the Generation 4. So they've gone back to the cutaway to make easy access to pulling the mag out from the Generation 3. So that was presumably a better idea, worked better, people using it were happier with it. They've kept the larger mag release from the Generation 4, as well as keeping the back straps for the Generation 4. I guess people like the adaptability and also the easy access mag release. So the thing that it has in common with the 3 and 4, the bits that it's kept, the bits that it's stuck with. It's also got a slanted front end to make it easier for holstering. A flared mag well for making it easier to get mags in and out. And the finger grips, which we saw on both the Gen 3 and the Gen 4, have been removed. Other than that, and the fact that it's ambidextrous, dare I forget it, one of the biggest things on it, not a lot's changed. It's still square, it's still horrible to look at, it's still plastic. I personally still find them uncomfortable. They still have a two-stage safety, which is nice on the trigger. When it comes to putting them in a holster, using a neutral holster for a WE pistol, Generation 5, when it goes in, it's got a little bit of wobble. The Generation 4 was nice and snug, and it was the same with the Generation 3. Once again, it's sort of between the two, depending on where you hold it. So Generation 4 definitely fit better. Generation 5's got a little bit of wobble, but it's still not going anywhere. It's still nice and secure. The angled front end allows it, if you miss slightly or at an angle, then it'll locate. Whereas if you miss slightly or at an angle, it's not going anywhere. So they are the key differences between the Gen 3, 4 and 5. One other thing that they have changed between the Gen 4 and the Gen 5, the Gen 3 and the Gen 4 are both the same, is the base plate to the mag. And the Generation 5 is now smooth and has a angled front end, presumably to make it easier to get your gloves around. Otherwise they've still got the exact same capacity, it's still exactly the same mag, they fit in but all three generations. It's just this one looks slightly different when it's in to this one. And that's it. That's the main differences between the Gen 3, Gen 4 and Gen 5. One thing to add is on the Generation 3 and the Generation 4, you have engravings in the WE slides, both sides. It says 17 tactical, 17 tactical, 9x19. I think you can just see it on the camera. The Generation 5 doesn't. It is a completely blank slide on both sides. Now, if you like that sort of thing, then great. You can have it engraved. You can send it away. There's nothing to fill in. If you like a plain slide, brilliant. If you liked the little 17 tactical coming with it, then I'm afraid it's just unlucky. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching.